Hey y'all, today we're going to be talking about the Cosco Finale. So this is what's known as a combination seat. It is a forward-facing harness, and then it becomes a high back booster. This does not rear face. It does not become a no back booster. This seat is $59.99. It is the cheapest combination seat on the market. It is very light. A lot of people like it for travel because of how light it is. It has its limits. I really do like it for travel. I personally own it for a backup seat, but he's like almost 43 inches, is using this slot already, and he's about to pass it, and this is the top slot right here. So minimums are 30 pounds or 32 inches. Maximums are stated as 65 pounds or 49 inches for the harness. And the other minimum is at least 1 year of age. But as we know, 2 years old, we should rear face till we're 2. So, however, they do have to be 30 pounds, which my almost 3-year-old is not 30 pounds. This seat is usually outgrown because of this top slot here by 45 to 46 inches. It's not going to last your child to 49 inches. If you fly a lot, great option. If you need a backup seat, great option. If you just need a cheap seat to get you through until you can afford a longer lasting seat, great option. I really don't have any complaints on that front. I actually do recommend the seat a lot. It's good for 3 across. It's narrower. Doesn't always usually have headrest interference because it's really not that tall. So good, cheaper, low cost option for most families. I mean, if you have a smaller child, this might last your child till booster age. But they do have to be 40 pounds to be boosted. Again, very lightweight seat. It has lower anchors that are stored right here. They are the claw clip anchors, but this is pretty easy to loosen and tighten, so really no complaints there. Again, I don't mind using the lower anchors. They do max out at 50 pounds is when the lower anchors max out, which honestly is probably pretty much the problem is when you're going to be using this seat because of where the height is on it. So you can use lower anchors for a while. Seatbelt you can use for the entirety of the use of the seat. The lower anchors do store right here, up underneath there. They come in a kind of in a bag on top of the seat when you get it. It's like a red bag, so you do have to take it out. You don't want to detach the strap. This is so you don't lose these. And then you have to put them through, make sure they're flat, and then attach them. The cover is very easily removed. It is machine washable and delicate. Another perk, I think, for the seat, this cover comes off very easily. There's just little clips all around the back of the seat where it goes on and comes off. One thing, so I like the seat as a harness seat. I like it as a travel seat. If I can just find this hook. There it is. I don't love that it's super short-lived, but again, as a backup seat, as a seat for, you really need a seat right now, you're in an accident, you need to get a seat, great seat. Grandma's car, great seat if you don't really want to spend a lot of money for a car seat they're going to be riding in once a month. Great option. They do have to be 30 pounds. Again, keep that in mind. That your average 2-year-old is not quite 30 pounds yet. The one thing I am finding as my child's getting bigger, that this crotch buckle is getting a lot closer, and so older kids sometimes complain about it being too far in. There is only one position for it. Another thing that, and again, top tether, if we want to use our top tether, it's right here on the back. It hooks on. Another thing that's interesting is that they have these hooks right here. They're not booster belt guides. This seat doesn't really make a great booster. It doesn't last long as a booster. It's a shorter shell, and for the booster, one of the maximums is that their tops of their ears need to be contained. Again, not super long lasting, right? Also, as a booster, I think it's on this side. So booster is, positioning booster, yep, 40 pounds minimum. All boosters in the market are 40-pound minimum. It says 100-pound maximum. Minimum of 43 inches and maximum of 52 inches, which is actually really low for a booster. Most dedicated boosters on the market go to 57 inches, and some even go to 63 inches. So for the cost, great harness seat, great travel seat, great backup seat. I'm not going to recommend this as a booster. It's going to only work in very specific situations. So as a booster, you do have to take these harnesses off the splitter plate on the back here and remove it completely. You have to remove the harness completely to use it as a booster. So that's kind of a pain. Also, it is a rethread harness, so when you want to change the level of your child straps, you do have to take them off all the way. Kind of a pain. All right, and then to remove this completely, now I have the tops removed. I have to come through here and remove it out the bottom, which is kind of a pain. So I can take the cover. Again, the cover is very easily removed, so that's a non-issue. But I have to take everything off to get this harness out to use this as a booster. So I'm not going, it's going to take me a minute. I do have to get everything all the way through. So if I can get it through, it takes a minute. I'm going to remove the chest clip from it because it won't fit through with the chest clip attached. There we go. And then you just kind of bend the buckle. See how I push the buckle up and through it went. And then you have to do the same thing on this side, which again, not a fan of having to remove the chest clip to get the harness out, because if you want to put it back together as a convertible seat or a combination seat, that's going to be difficult to make sure that everything is correct. Again, just pull it out, and then you have to pull the entire harness out for it to be a booster. Okay, to wash it, you don't. You just have to remove the back and then get it through the fabric. Okay, so don't take the entire harness off if you're just washing it. Please don't do that. Only do this if you're ready to commit to or convert it completely to a booster. So then, to take my crotch buckle out, I am going to, see this? I have a metal clip right here. I'm going to bend it flat, okay, against the fabric. And I'm going to put it up through the crotch buckle hole. And then I'm going to pull it out, okay? And now I have converted the seat to booster. I can just tighten this up so it's not like hanging. It's just tightened all the way so that this piece is just right here, right behind that, so it's not hanging. This does not come out. And then I have to put my cover back on. It just kind of bends around. Like I said, the cover is incredibly easy to remove, easy to wash. No complaints there. Here it is in booster mode. Like I said, these are not belt guides, okay? So you still need the booster to hit the child at the shoulder, not up here by the ear, and not bending down behind their shoulder. And it also kind of right here across the tops of their hips, but more on their pelvic bone is where you want it. You want it kind of like right here, flat across the tops of their legs, not too high on the belly, not too low on the legs. You want it right there. You do put, so shoulder belt coming down like this. You're going to put the lap belt underneath the armrest. You're going to put the shoulder belt over, and then over here, they're going to come together and both go through underneath the lap belt, okay? And same for vice versa if you're coming from the other side. And then like across the child. If it doesn't fit the child right, it's not a good booster for your child. Boosters aren't that expensive though, so don't fret if you're using the seat and you need it to last. As a harness seat, yeah, your kid's going to get to 45, 46 inches. They might reach that 40 pounds. A lot of boosters have a minimum of 43 inches. Once they're at 45, 46 inches and 42, 43 pounds, and they're, 6 or 7 years old, change it, okay? But I would suggest getting a dedicated booster over using the seat as a booster. Using this as a harness seat, great. I know I've said that like a million times, but I really do like it as a harness seat. These cup holders are removable. You can get a second one for this side if you want. They do sell them on Cosco's website. So again, Cosco Finale, great travel seat, great backup seat, great cost-effective forward-facing harness. I really do like it. Not a great booster. So I'm Sarah. I'm a CPST. I review car seats to make your car seat buying process easier. Follow me on here, like and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram, Tiny Passenger Safety, and let me know if you have any questions.